This is a short video showing how to void a prior year warrant or electronic payment. Why would I void a prior year payment? Well, there's a couple of good reasons. The warrant was not mailed to the vendor, it was lost in the mail, or you have an electronic payment that was posted by mistake. Voiding a prior year payment requires a different process. Let me take you to the UAN software and show you how to void a prior year payment. In Training Land, it is April 26th. On my March bank reconciliation outstanding payment list, let me show you that. I noticed we had a December payment that still had not cleared the bank, posted from accounting. I also have a payroll payment that's outstanding, but I'll address that in a separate video. I followed up with the Buckeye Village Water and Sewer Department and found that they never received this check, but the invoice was paid on a later payment. Always follow up with your vendor to see if the invoice was paid before you take action in the software to create a new payment replacing a voided warrant. I want to caution you new fiscal officers who are trying to clean up old outstanding prior year payments. If the previous fiscal officer did not reconcile with the bank, they may have cleared the wrong payments on a bank reconciliation in a prior year. This would leave a payment that cleared the bank as outstanding in the software, and they may have cleared a posted payment that should have been voided. You must be diligent in reviewing old bank reconciliation reports with the bank statements to verify these checks did not clear the bank before voiding them. You may find in your records some of these posted checks that were physically marked void were never voided in the UAN software. If you have the outstanding warrant in your possession, then you know it was not sent to the vendor, and you can void the payment in UAN. I have done my diligent research. I know that this warrant was posted and mailed to the vendor but never delivered. So now I need to know what appropriation accounts were used on this original payment. We go to Accounting, Reports and Statements, and Payment Reports. I need the payment details, so I choose Payment Register Detail from the drop-down list. I change the year to the year of the payment, 2017 in my case, and I can use the Filters tab to shorten my list. The status I want is outstanding and the type is accounting only. That's what we're dealing with in this video. Notice in the list I have two items listed. One of the items has a status of outstanding and the other has a status of cleared. When you're looking at a prior year payment and you tell the software that you want to see the list of outstanding items, this list will show you all the items that were outstanding as of December 31st of that year. The status column will show you what is still outstanding at this time. So my payment to Buy a Lot actually cleared the bank after December 31st. That does not indicate a problem. It's already cleared. The payment to the Buckeye Village Water and Sewer Department still has not cleared. So make sure you understand what you're looking for. I'm going to select my still outstanding payment and click Display. Here are my payment details. The original payment was $190 and it was divided among 4 appropriation accounts. 2 of those accounts are in the general fund. The other 2 accounts are in different funds. Voiding a prior year payment is accomplished by adjusting the beginning of year fund balance, not by reducing expenditures to appropriation accounts. So I must total the accounts for each fund to know how much the fund should be adjusted. So I combine my 2 general fund accounts and make a note of the total, and the other 2 funds are going to be adjusted for exactly what was posted, $47.50 each. Now that I have my details, I'm ready for the fund balance adjustment. I go to Accounting, Utilities, Fund Balance Adjustment Utility, and click the Add button. The system message is telling me the fund balance adjustments will modify the current year beginning balances and should only be posted if absolutely necessary. Well, it is necessary. This check will never clear the bank. These adjustments are very closely scrutinized at audit, so I'm going to make sure that my fund balance adjustment report and my payment register detail report are stapled together at the end. I click OK, and on the fund balance adjustment utility, I'm going to start with the general fund. The adjustment type is prior year warrant adjustment, and I select that outstanding warrant from the drop-down list. This process is exactly the same if this was an electronic voucher. My full payment is $190, but the general fund is only going to be adjusted by the amount originally posted to the general fund. That is $95. Now I'm adding the money back into the fund. It was spent in 2017 and it's being added back in 2018. The date I use will be important to my bank reconciliation. I'm going to post this as of today's date, April 26th. And I type a reason in the box that will make sense to the auditor. And since I am posting multiple fund balance adjustments for the exact same purpose, I can highlight and copy what I've typed in the reason box. I check my details carefully and click Post. In the bottom left corner, there is a confirmation that the adjustment has posted to the general fund. Now I go back to the top and select my next fund. Same payment. Same date. And I can paste my reason. Click Post. I see the confirmation that the adjustment posted to the Park Levy Fund, and I go back to the top and choose the last fund. Choose the payment for the final time and adjust by the last amount. I use the same date and post the same reason. The confirmation shows at the bottom and I click Close. Yes, I want to print the fund balance adjustment report and staple it to the payment register detail so the auditor can see the original payment was adjusted to the right funds. You can always generate a fund balance adjustment report from Accounting and Reports and Statements. Let me show you how to get that. Fund balance adjustment reports. Let me show you what that report's going to look like. If you have several warrants that need to be adjusted, I recommend closing and printing the report once you have completed each check's adjustment. Verify your math is accurate. If you do the fund balance adjustments and they don't match the amount of the original check, you are not going to reconcile with the bank. Be careful with your math and your documentation. So I can see that the original payment was $190 and I adjusted $190 back into my funds. The fund balance adjustments have changed my beginning of year fund balances. I need to follow my county's procedures and request a new amended certificate. We recommend providing your county auditor a copy of this fund balance adjustment report along with a budgetary report. Let me show you. In Accounting Reports and Statements, I go to Budgetary Reports, and Resources Available for Appropriation is the report I need. Select all your funds and I'll display this for you. This new Resources Available for Appropriation shows the newly adjusted beginning of year fund balances. I need to send a letter to my county auditor requesting the amended certificate. Let me show you a sample letter. Here's a sample letter to my county auditor. This is just the body. Of course, it's on letterhead and I signed it. I avoided a prior year payment that was lost in the mail. This has changed the beginning of year fund balance in 3 of my funds. Enclosed, please find a copy of the fund balance adjustment report and a new resources available for appropriation showing the change in beginning fund balances. Please issue an amended certificate increasing our unencumbered fund balance in the 3 affected funds. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. A very simple letter explaining to the county auditor that I need to change the beginning of year fund balances. This is not the usual amended certificate request showing that we're getting more money this year. So be clear in the details and supply the supporting documentation. Remember, there is nothing else to post in UAN to match your new amended certificate. All I have to do is verify that the county auditor made the corrections I requested. The new amended certificate's total estimated resources should match the total estimated resources on my UAN report. Now we'll jump ahead in time and take a look at that April bank reconciliation. Wow, time flies. It's May 4th and I'm working on the April bank reconciliation. And every time I either add the bank reconciliation or edit the bank reconciliation, I get this important read carefully message. Don't blow past these. Outstanding adjustments exist for this bank reconciliation. Remember, if you posted an adjustment, you need to clear the adjustments. They don't go away. So let's carefully review how to complete the void prior year warrant process. Click OK. Now you can see I already reconcile with the bank. I've cleared everything that the bank statement says cleared the bank, but I need to deal with an item that hasn't cleared the bank. So I'm going to go to the Primary Payments tab, and here's my voided prior year warrant. Notice that there is a tiny box in the far right column. The column is entitled Void. So if you've got a tiny box there, it indicates that you voided a prior year warrant, and we need to check mark that to mark it void. Now notice that that has thrown us out of balance, but we're not finished. We have a second step to take. We go to the Primary Adjustments tab, and remember, in our situation, that payment had 3 different funds involved in its total of $190. If I've done my math correctly, when I clear the 3 fund balance adjustments associated with that check, I'm now back into balance, and I'm telling the software this voided prior year warrant process is completed. I can now click Save, and I could post my bank reconciliation. I hope the information in this video was helpful. If you need assistance with the steps shown in this video, contact UAN support using the information provided on the screen. All UAN Housekeeping Series videos qualify for House Bill 10 training. If you have any questions about self-reporting your training hours, please call or email your question using the contact information you see on the screen now. This video is not long enough to self-report by itself. If you have only watched this video, you cannot self-report the time. However, if you watch more videos in the housekeeping series and their combined time is at least 30 minutes, you can self-report the combined time.